Alright guys, we're going to do one side because the other side is exactly the same way. So I don't have to show you both sides. Now the first thing to do is safety. We got our hydraulic jack, jacked up the vehicle, and we got our jack stand. Always important to have your jack stand. Have our jack stand there, and we're going to leave our hydraulic jack there just as added security. Now the next thing is the foundation. I'm on some nice asphalt. Usually what I tell you guys to do if you're on asphalt, put a block of wood up under the jack stand, but this is pretty good. We ain't gonna be here long at all. So I got my if you want dirt or grass, you want definitely use some plywood. Now particle board, plywood. All right, now that we got that, let's take this tire off. We'll be right back. All right, now your tire is held on by 5 21mm or 13/16. I like to use 21mm lug nuts. So I'm using a 21mm deep, 1/2 inch drive, my cordless impact. And we're gonna go ahead and take all of them off. Once you take the tire off, get in the car, turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. If you're doing this side first, like me, turn it to the left, and I'll let you know why in a minute. All right, let's get this off, and we'll be right back. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're up at the master cylinder, remove the cap. And what you wanna do is take some paper towel. Don't take no plastic bag or anything, you want paper towel. And we call this the Timmy towel. So when you do it, it's the Timmy towel. You wanna stick that right in there. Well, the reason why we do that is because as we push the pistons back on the caliper, which I'm about to show you, this brake fluid is gonna rise up. And without this there, it will spill out. Now the reason why you take your cap off is because some master cylinders, if you try to push that brake fluid back with the cap on, it will damage inside the master, and when you finish the job you will not have any brakes. So you need to release that pressure. Alright, now also the reason why we use paper towel is because it's porous. It will soak this up. Plastic bag or some rags you use, it's not porous enough, so you take a chance of damaging anything. Alright, so we got that done. Let's get over there and start our brakes. We'll be right back. All right, again, we're on the right side. We got the wheel turned all the way to the left. That's where you got easy access to the caliper. Now, this part right in here, that's your brake pad. If I turn the rotor, you can see the rotor spinning. This part right back here to here, that's your piston. Your piston goes all the way inside the caliper. So now before you do your brakes, you got to get that piston back into the caliper so the new brake pads will fit. Now there's two ways of doing this. This is the easiest way, so pay attention to this. Take your nice flathead screwdriver. You want to stick the screwdriver right between here, right between the brake pad and the piston, and you just want to pry back just a little bit, enough to move that brake pad back. Let me pry back a little bit more. Enough to get that brake pad to go back, and then get the screwdriver between the brake pad and the rotor, wedge it in there, and then you want to just keep prying back, and as you can see that piston moving back. Now you want to go slow, because as you're doing this, that brake fluid is backing up inside the master cylinder, and that Timmy towel is doing its job. So you want to go all the way till it stops. Perfect. Now you're all set with that. Now these brake pads, these calipers, unlike a lot of calipers, I think this is the only design I've seen like this, they're not held in by bolts. They're held in by these clips right here. This clip is about that long, and it goes all the way through there. So now to get those out, what you want to do, come around this side, get that same thick screwdriver. Now, on the top of this, it's like arrowed out, going that way. That's to lock it into place. It's on both sides. So what you gotta do is take your screwdriver, put it about right there, knock that one in, and then let the screwdriver ride along this rail right here. And as you can see in the back, that pin is coming out. Get to a point. You want to get, because you don't want to start hitting too much, and then knock it all the way somewhere flying. And it comes out. Now, if you notice on these pins, you notice that there's a small space between there and a larger space between here. So you see where the caliper is? It's like pointed on this end and then open on that end. So when you put it back, you make sure the pointed end is up there just like that. Now that we got that one out, the next thing we got to do is put this down to the side and do that same thing to the bottom one. Alright, let's get that one out and we'll be right back. Alright, we got both pins out. And what you want to do is take your caliper, pick it up, flip it around, and just let it rest right up there. Now the next thing you're going to do, guys, is take your brake pad out right here. And it slides into a slot. Let me take it out, you can see it better. You can see that one right there, the bottom part. That little groove right there.
Oh, yeah.
There's one right up there also. So that's how that brake pad will slide. It goes like this. It will slide right in there just like that. Now, the next thing you want to do is take you a wire brush. And this is very important because you need this thing to slide good. Take a wire brush. Clean right there. Clean right there, and go at an angle, and you want to clean those slots out where the brake pad goes, like that, and go like that. Next thing we do, take you some brake parts cleaner or some carburetor cleaner. I'm using carburetor cleaner, and spray those up. You're not done yet. Your caliper's up here. Your other brake pad is right here. Take that brake pad out and see that shouldn't move like that because that'll rattle when you're driving. I'm going to show you how we take care of that. Take this off, take it out. Take your wire brush. You want to clean up the slide right there and clean up the other side. Up there a little bit, and again spray it. Now spraying it and cleaning up, that's not enough to get this thing to slide right. You know, while we're at it, we got our pins right here. Let's clean them up. Okay, the next thing you want to do, guys, is take you some brake lubricant. Now, don't use any kind of lubricant. If you can, go out there and get you a jar, get you a bottle of this ceramic extreme brake parts lubricant. This stuff is great. Alright, so you want to take it out. Got your little brush on there. Go along here. Okay. Go down here where the brake pad goes, and careful, don't want to get it on the rotor, so you can put it just right there. You want to lubricate up here, on the caliper, and let me get just up here where this brake pad goes. Okay, and we're going to do the other side of the caliper, and then we're going to get our new brake pads. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new brake pads. Next thing we do, we got a little clip right here. This clip is to keep it sliding, and it's like it acts as serve as a wear sensor, but not really though. So we're going to just...
The new ones didn't come with it?
No, the new ones, what the heck? See this? You got to be careful about this, guys. Let's put this on. You got to be very careful about this. These new brake pads where these things just clip off, because see how that fall off? But that can fall off while it's driving, and then the thing starts clipping. So what you got, squeaking. So what you got to do is take them off and just bend those down a little bit so I can grab a little better.
So
I hate these. I like the ones that's part of it.
riveted.
Yeah.
So, if they come off while you're driving, can that mess something up?
Yeah, I would say it can. Son of a biscuit, man. This is some bull. Okay, let's see how this one is. Okay, that one's pretty tight. Now, let's get this one in first. If you look back here, you can see we're gonna down the one with the clip, the part with the clip in it. We're gonna push that down first because that's like spring activated. So we're gonna put that in there.
Are you putting it in the right spot?
I don't know, I can't see them with the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay.
Now it's in there, and put that right in there, just like that. All right, the second one goes up on the caliper, just like that. Now, take your caliper, swing it back around, slide it on into place, make sure both sides are in. Okay, that's in. Next you...
Crooked.
It is. Alright, next thing you want to do, come on this side. Take your brake lubricant.
Wait, where am I blurry?
Oh.
Okay, good.
Put a little bit on.
Still blurry. Why is it blurry?
Take your time.
No, I can see.
Alright, now we're going to start with the bottom one first. Now if you look over here, that the opening right between there, are you blurry still? Or?
No.
Alright, you want to just bring that caliper out a little bit. Just to make sure that lines up. Okay? Now the pointed end is down there. So you're going to take your pin. There's the pointed end right there. You want to set it just like that. And when it's lined up, take your hammer and tap that in. Now go around the other side. Now you see that? See this little part right here that's sticking out?
Yeah.
That's going to be your stop. That's where it's going to go up to. So, take it. See how easy it's going in because it's greased and all that.
Yeah.
Alright, so put it on until the other side comes out and just back it up just a little bit. Now your top half is can move a little bit, just like this. That's all good. So what you want to do now, take your other pin, it. Now the pointed part is at the top, so here's our pointed end up there. So we're going to get that lined up, just like that. Take your hammer, and it's in. That is perfect. Now, we're not done yet. What I want you to do now is, matter of fact, we're going to put the cap back on the master cylinder, and we're going to pump the brakes up to bring those brake pads in and get them set. Because we need, see this right here? We can't let that rattle around. We got to fix this. But before we do that, we're going to, now actually what we can do, we can do it now. Heck with it. Now to fix this part, it's a stupid idea.
The wiggly part?
Yeah, to fix the wiggly part, what you gotta do is take a pry bar, get a pry bar. You wanna stick that pry bar between the rotor and the bottom of the brake pad. You wanna stick it in there on one side, pry down, pry just like this. Take your hammer, and you wanna hit down on that. And that locks that right into place. Then you go down here, and you can actually see the space between there. Perfect. Let's close this up. Now what I'm going to do here.
So how do we know it's not wiggly anymore? You show us. Okay, just
Yeah,
check
buddy.
it.
Okay. Question my authority. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. So this side is done. Got a tire. Probably easier to straighten up the wheel, but it's good. Okay, get our wheel on. Get our lug nuts. And we're going to tighten up this tire. Now when you tighten up your tire, tighten them up in a staggered pattern. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 1, skip this one, go that one, skip this one, go that one, and then skip that one because you've done it already, and go to that one. Alright, so let's get our this tire tightened up. Then we're going to do the left side, but don't go nowhere because there's some very important information you need before you get in your vehicle and take off. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we did the left side. Now what you want to do is take your Timmy towel, look at that, dry. Well, it's probably, oh yeah, it did soak up some, so that's good. Put our cap,
really dirty.
Put our cap back on. Okay, now what you want to do is go over here.
Oh, go over here.
Now, when you push down on your brakes, those pistons have to come out, push those brake pads up against the rotors. So you need to set those, because when you push down, it's going to push out. So your first time stepping on the brakes, the brake pedal will go to the floor. So if you just take off right now, brake pedal going to go to the floor, you're not going to stop, and you're going to hit somebody. Alright, so, and watch what happens. You just finished, you step on the brakes. Look at that, right to the floor, that's what you're going to do.
Hey.
So you got to pump it up to get that set. See, that's where it's good at. Do that about 3-4 times, and it's done. Perfect job.